Look at that little fucker out there on my course. Ooh, there's loads of them. We're being attacked. Guys, welcome back to part 2. So, as you can see, I've gone ahead and I have mounted this front bumper, and I've done the LEDs that are in the front bumper there. I've also mounted this base plate here. I've mounted the backs now on it permanently, and on the back of here I did do a bit more spraying, so yeah, I put the MMC there, and we turn it around. I also did some black chevrons on the back just to finish it off, because I thought it looked a bit weird to be in yellow. So I've done that. So today our mission is to try and get this thing working. I'm not sure if I'm going to get all the LEDs done or not, but I'm going to give it a go. Now I'm using this TS0002 Esc, and that has only got lights on, basically lights on or lights off. But with the SMD LED outputs, if you connect white ones and, say for example, red ones, one of them will cancel out the other one. But I've been thinking about this, and I have got one of these. Now this is for the D4L controller, and this is the light board. Now I know that I won't have indicators and such as, but it does have tiny little regulators in it, so you can do white ones on one pad, red ones on another pad, and yeah, and I've got a feeling that I might be able to sort of, I don't know, cut this up a little bit, let's say, connect them wires together. I know which one's positive, and the positive goes all the way around, negative goes to each individual cable. So if I just cut all of these ones off and just solder them all together, and then just leave the one red one, so then I'll have one red one and loads of ones stuck together as one, which will be the negative, and that should mean, hopefully, I'm not sure, but hopefully that means that I can run different coloured LEDs, because this thing's got a lot of LEDs and I have run out of the white ones. So yeah, that sucks, but I've got loads of other colours, so I'm going to get fiddling with this thing, which is going to probably take hours and hours, and we need to sort out this receiver and get that mounted in there. I also want to do, on the base of this thing, I want to add some magnets, because I don't want to use them hinges, because it takes up too much room in there, and I've got some plans for the cab of this, so I want to use the least amount of room possible, and by doing it magnetic, I think it's easier anyway. Worked really well on the Drone Junkie truck. If you've seen that video, give that one a like. But yes, so I'm going to get cracking on with this stuff, and I'll be back with you soon. So guys, I was correct many hours later, and I have had some success. So I've sort of made a hybrid now with the D4L light board, and that is running the coloured LEDs, the white LEDs, loads of them. So where you've got the 4mm LEDs, that's where it is that I've soldered this one to. And the SMD LEDs now goes to straight over to this board that I've I've hot wired, and it has worked. So yeah, power to this, powering all the SMD LEDs, and power straight out of that to power some 4mm LEDs. Jeez, you can tell I'm going crazy with all this. Look at the state of the place. It's a shithole, isn't it? Ugh, I'm gonna have a quick tidy up, and then I'm gonna get putting the LEDs in the truck. Okay guys, so it is the morning of day 5 now, day 5 on this build. So I worked away into the night, and I have soldered, as you can see, these 2 large LEDs on the back there, trying to make them look a bit like I don't know, some beacons, and I have soldered in the LEDs that go across there, the LEDs there, the LEDs there, the LEDs there, and the LEDs there, and that's all inside of here. Now I've got our connectors, so we can plug them in and disconnect them if we need to take the lid off, all the way off. So that's always good to have some connectors in there. But yeah, it turned out pretty neat in there, to be honest with you. Yeah, it comes with a little bar that you put 5 LEDs on, SMD LEDs, and I ended up drilling 2 little holes for each one, so you could feed the cables through it. And that made it a hell of a lot easier than the last time I did one of these, I tell you. we're always learning with this. So the cab is now near enough done. All we've got to do is all of our detail work on it, wing mirrors, door handles, and all the light lenses, and yeah, this thing's gonna be done. So that's cool. Step one is done. And another thing that I want to do today, fit this voltmeter. I want to get that fitted in there somehow, so I've got to work out how it is that I'm going to run these cables. They're quite thick cables, so yeah, I've got to try and work out how I'm going to run these and where I'm going to run them to. Obviously I know that I want to put them, probably put it in that little box again, but yes, so I'm going to do that. So let me crack on. Wah! Right, okay, so the switches that you get with the Orlando Hunter D4L controller, they're rubbish, because after about a year, sometimes even only 6 months, they just stop working. I've just been like panicking, thinking it was something that I did, but no, it's actually the switch, because I took apart an old toy thing that I found that had a switch in it, wired that switch up, and it's fine. So yeah, and I've had that a lot with quite a few of my cars where I couldn't work out that was that they're not working, you know, fully charged batteries, but nothing's powering on. And it turns out it's the blooming switch. So yeah, I've managed to get this switch, so I've soldered that one on there. And basically what it is that I'm going to be doing, here we go, I've drawn a crude diagram here. So we've got our battery there with our plus and our minus, and our plus is going to be coming along from the battery and going to the voltmeter, and it's going to be spurring off from that, going to the ESC. So that's that one. And then the minus is going to be coming across, going onto our switch, and then coming from our switch, it's going to spur off one to the ESC and one to the voltmeter. So we'll have plus and minus to the voltmeter. Obviously battery's done, that will be done, switch will be done, we'll be good to go. So I've now got to do the task of trying to drill some holes in this thing and try and make both of these items, I don't know, fit inside of here somehow so that I can still access the switch. That's my struggle at the minute. That's my struggle at the moment. I hate drilling into these things, but yeah, I've already started drilling. So we've put some holes in the bed there so we can run the battery cable. I've put another couple of holes through there, so now we haven't got any cables hopefully getting in the way of the body, and the body should be able to fit on. So yes, I'm going to get drilling out some holes and soldering this stuff here together to create hopefully this mess. Better make a hole. So we've made a hole. Now I'm going to use a file to try and make that hole a bit more uniform. Wicked. Right, I'm going to glue that and come back. So now we have successfully mounted them little magnets in there. Sorry, it's a bit dark, but yeah, mounted a magnet there, and I found some screws that yeah, seem to be attracted to that magnet quite a lot. So I've drilled some holes there and put one in there, and the joys with this is you can back that screw out to the perfect point where it engages with that magnet. So this thing shuts perfectly now, perfectly into the lid, just like that, and boom, it's done. That's it. Wicked. Fits like a dream. So yes, cab is now magnetically on. Great news. And we have fitted all of the stuff that we needed to do, so that's now happy in there as it should be. And hopefully that's working. Hopefully the light's working. Battery's now in the back. I'll show you underneath. I haven't shown you underneath. Look how neat this is. Oh my goodness, it's amazing, amazing. So we've got all the cables running beautifully along the chassis rails there now, and you'd never believe that this thing's got like over 20 odd LEDs going on in it. I'm going to trim that switch down a little bit, so don't worry about that before you all start moaning about that. But yes, amazing. Let's get what should we do next? I've got to sort the door out because the door kind of broke off the hinges, which kind of sucks, but hey ho. I think we should whack the wheels on it. We've got to whack the wheels on it. I mean, wheels and tyres, let's do that. Right, so I have repaired this door. So that now works again as it should. And we have added the wheels and tyres to this bad boy. Look at this now. It's starting to look out of focus. Yeah. Hey, focused. Right, so wheels and tyres are now on. That's great. All the electrics are done as well. That's even better. It's time for me to fire this up and give it a little go, and then obviously detail work will come afterwards. So let's give this a little quick test. Right, let's fire up this controller, this turbo racing jobber. Oh, it's bright, isn't it? That's bloody bright. So yes, that's on. Power. And then this, you've got to give it a little tickle underneath. Nice little tickle. Beep. 8.25 volts, that's good. Works like a dream. We have got lights working on the front. We've got all them lights working. That's pretty good. Around the back, we've got all of them lights working as well, which is also pretty good. And the ones on the top, as you can see, are working. So, all of the lights are working. Yes! We've got steering. And we've got drive. I'm glad I didn't go with a 300 RPM or something like that, because that's already like a crazy quick. Let's see how it do. It's off, mate. It's off. It's gone. Gone to join the others. Right, so I'm going to end this video here, and we'll do a part 3. And in the part 3, hopefully we can do all of the light lenses and stuff like that. I want to sort out something on the back, on the bed, to cover up that battery. So I'll show you how to do all that stuff, and hopefully just make it look a bit more dirtier and old. So, yep, going to end this video here. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to tune in for the next one. Won't be long, guys. Hee hee.